Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Week 3 of this young NFL season.
We welcome you to week number 3 here on the NFL Today.
Welcome to Week 3 in the National Football League.
Let's get right to the Week 3 headlines right here on CBS. And it is Week 3 in the NFL, and it's shaping up to be a fantastic early window of action across the league. And, folks, we've got divisional rivalries, some high-profile storylines, and, of course, the perfect man to get us started on our Sunday slate, that would be Brent. Take it away, Brent.
You know, JB, we have 5 backup quarterbacks going today. That's how many injuries have struck down starters out of 32 teams. And one game matches 2 of the backups, and it's my old dear friend, Jim Nance, calling the game with Tony. Tony's going to get pressed into service here soon if these quarterbacks keep falling, Jim. I got to tell you.
Good point. It's a good point. Brent, it's so great seeing you back in the studio. Congrats on the Hall of Fame earlier this summer. And I just want to say real quick that when I came to CBS 40 years ago last week, I came into that very studio in the NFL Today, and on the back of the chair, a piece of masking tape that said, Brent, I had chills sitting in your chair, and I have chills having you throw it back to me all these years later. Great to have you back. On the backup quarterback front, we met with both of these guys, Browning and Wentz. What was the confidence level you saw in those two?
I think they're both very confident. I think Carson just got here 3 weeks ago, so there's a little bit less there. But we've already seen Browning. He's come in and showed that he's a very capable backup. I think this is Wentz's opportunity, though. He's got a good unit around him. The offensive line, I think, will be a little healthier today. So expect the Vikings to kind of get back into rhythm a little bit. It's really about Wentz's nerves.
All right. JB, back to you.
Sounds good. And, of course, Jim Nance always greets his audience by saying, hello, friend. We know that Brent Musburger says you're looking live, and mine is knock 'em alive, Jim and Tony. All right, folks, over in Foxborough, Massachusetts, Ian Eagle and J.J. Watt working the game between the Steelers and the Patriots. Fellas, how you feeling this morning?
Samuel, thank you so much. Looking forward to this one. We got Terry Bradshaw and Steve Grogan at the QB. No, I'm completely confused on the throwback, JJ.
I'm here with Burt Reynolds. I don't know if I can do a legitimate analysis of Drake May versus Aaron Rodgers with the mustache looking next to me, but we're looking forward to a good game. Football weather is at a perfect temperature. I think it's going to be 67 degrees and sunny. Just gorgeous day here in Foxborough.
All right, for Dom DeLuise, Burt Reynolds saying so long from New England. This is the dream of the 10-year-old version of me to send it back to New York and Brent Musburger.
Thanks a lot, guys. You know, it's hard to believe, but the Jacksonville Jaguars cannot handle Houston in Jacksonville, all right? This is a must, and I do mean must-win game for Houston, because if you go 0-3, since they expanded the playoffs to 14 teams, you're not going to make the playoffs. That's how desperate this team is. Let's go to Spiro Ditas and Adam Archuleta, who are calling the game for CBS. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Brent, absolute pleasure. Boy, I feel underdressed. That's a tough act to follow. But Arch, 2 teams here, as Brent just alluded to. One side, Houston, that is clearly feeling the urgency at 0-2 against the Jacksonville team that's 1-1 under this new coaching regime.
Well, I think, Brent, he said it perfectly. You go 0-3, and it's tough. And I think for Houston, they do have that sense of urgency, not just for the win, but to get C.J. Stroud and this offense jump-started. Now, for Jacksonville, better start to the season, but you have to be disappointed with what I say letting one get away last week in Cincinnati. We've seen some good things from Trevor Lawrence, but he's got to take care of the football. They got a great running game, best in the NFL.
All right, we're going to hit the closet, Brent, and see if we can find any better clothing accessories here as we come back for the game coming up in just under 50 minutes' time as we go back to JV and the studio.
Spiro, thank you so much. And, folks, we've got Tom McCarthy and Ross Tucker standing by in Nashville, where the Colts and the Titans are squaring off. Hello, fellas.
All right, JB, thank you very much. We've got our Lydell Mitchell football ready to go. Burt Jones used to be the quarterback for the Colts. We've got another Jones and Daniel Jones. Ross has got his clip-on tie. How about this, guys? It just comes right off. It's off. It's on. It's perfect from the 1970s. What do you got, Russ?
Were ties this short in 1975?
I think they were.
You mentioned Burt Jones, by the way. Daniel Jones is looking like Burt Jones so far this season. The Colts' new starting quarterback has been absolutely fantastic. He's really playing the best football of his career.
All right, not Dan Pastorini, but moving like Dan Pastorini is Cam Ward.
Cam Ward, the #1 overall pick. You know what? He's got a little bit of that flair for extending plays and chucking it deep like Pastorini did. He makes a big play every week. Excited to watch him today.
What a joy. guys. What a joy to be part of this. Back to you. Keep having some fun.